Wacha nikupeleke katika jumba la anniversary bado hapa Nairobi tu, ambapo kiongozi wa chama cha Third Way Alliance Ekuru Aukot amekutana na mwenyekiti wa IEBC Wafula Chebukati kuzungumzia swala la kura ya maamuzi ambalo limezua tumbo joto kidogo kunradhi hapa nchini. Moja kwa moja kule.
The audit report of our IEBC activities, and the chairman assured us that the audit report is now with the EACC and with the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution. And what we wanted to, an assurance from the chairman of IEBC is, what if EACC DPP recommends, prosecution of some of the staff? I think the chairman has assured us that they will not stand in the way of prosecution of any culpable staff member, be it those people who may have committed certain offenses. Of course, we express our concern that for the longest time in this country, even though we talk of electoral malpractices, we've never really seen anybody within the electoral management body itself being arraigned in court and charged for electoral malpractices. So the chairman assured us that perhaps when this report, the audit report, whatever EACC will recommend or DPP will recommend, we hope that they will have some findings, and if those findings implicate some of the staff, they will definitely not stand in the way. The other thing we discussed is how can we make the election less expensive for this country. Our party is proposing a very simple solution that, if you look at the process of registration of voters, it's going on throughout and costs Kenyans billions of Kenya shillings. Supposing upon receipt of a national ID, you integrate the database of the registrar of persons together with that of the IEBC, so it becomes an automatic voters register. We thought that is an idea whose time has come. Instead of bothering Kenyans every election here, that we go for a registration of voters. Why not just adopt an ID? After all, if you're an adult Kenyan who has a national ID, you're as good as a voter. So that we remove these cumbersome need of registration. Just integrate the two registers. After all, these are government entities. Of course, the other thing that we discussed with the chairperson Chebukati and his team is the independence of the IEBC itself. Of course, we are concerned, we've been concerned as a party at the level in which there is attempted interferences at the commission. This is not to say that we support IEBC blindly or we support individual commissioners blindly. We just want to insist that the political class that is trying to initiate a discussion around disbandment of the commission, our party has been opposed to the disbandment of of the commission. Instead, we insist on strengthening of this institution. Of course, the chairman also gave us an idea that there are internal restructuring processes going on at IEBC. For example, there are about 9 directors at IEBC whose roles are overlapping, and we hope that this will be harmonized. If some directors are found to be redundant, Kenyans do not need to spend more money on some of these institutions. And I think generally that's what we discussed with the commission. And we pledged our support to the commission, but not to excuse any wrongdoings. We also want to see the commission come out strongly and be transparent, speak to Kenyans openly, regularly update on what they are doing. I think that is in a nutshell what our discussion is all about.
Okay. Yeah. 2 or 3 questions before.
Any?
There's none.
Okay.
More questions. Thank you.
Naam, mtazamaji ni